Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkus, and today is FabriChat.
Good morning.
Hello.
All right, well, if you're new here,
Yeah.
if you somehow found us, which I don't know how people would find us if they don't know already who we are. I don't know if we would come up on somebody's For You page, but if we do, we're a mother-daughter duo. We have a quilt shop in Central Washington State, and we have a website with everything on the website. We do retreats. We have our YouTube channel where we do tutorials, and every Wednesday morning we just have coffee with friends where we chat about kind of nothing. And but on Wednesday nights and Sunday afternoons, we do box openings. Those are super popular, where you get to see the brand new things that are that have just come into the store. So that'll happen tonight at 5. But,
Yes.
But in the meantime, what we do usually on Wednesday mornings is we just chat about whatever else is going on, whatever catch up we need to catch up with. And the first thing that we probably need to catch up with is the chicken debacle.
The chicken debacle. Well, you know, chickens, man.
Chickens. So what happened on the Sunday box opening is we were talking about chickens. And I don't remember how the whole conversation came up, and then I had mentioned that some of Brianna's chickens, because she has 15, so she gets 15 eggs per day.
We get a lot of eggs.
She gets a lot of eggs. And some of them are humongous. And she meant to tell me that those came from the big Kuchen. Robert's big Kuchen. That wasn't what she said.
It's a beautiful bird.
It's a beautiful bird. At the time, I thought, what did you say?
You do not talk like that. Why would you talk like that here?
What did you say?
I raised you better.
I know.
All that flashed in her head.
I feel my face getting
millisecond.
hot already again. And anyway, it was. Anyway, I was a little horrified, and at the Anna went through the editing. It's like, oh my gosh, feel free to cut all of that. And she says, no, it was funny. It was okay. You know, we were being naughty. We were, saying the wrong word.
As I do. I make up words too.
And I was still so nervous because I thought, oh, we are a family show. And but it was nice because everybody took it really well. Everybody thought it was hilarious. Everybody laughed right along with us. And the more you said it, and the more I reacted, because at one point you said something like, Mom, you're just being ridiculous, but I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop laughing. It was that nervous laughter of, oh my gosh.
We're going to be canceled now. All over a chicken.
We didn't mean it. We know where big eggs come from. And it's not that. Anyway, so we were glad that you guys all thought it was fun. And that's really good. And it reminded me, I've told this story before, but it's one of my favorite Brianna stories. And so it's always worth repeating. And it's the cat one. So,
oh yeah.
I've told the story a couple times. So bear with me, because if you haven't heard it, it's worth hearing it a couple times. So we had people over for dinner. I don't remember who it was, but people over for dinner, and sitting there visiting, and the kids are off doing whatever, and all of a sudden Brianna comes into the room, and I don't remember how old you were. It must have been 4 or 5. And Brianna's cat at the time, her name was Rosanna. And so she came in front of all of these people, and she says, Mom, Rosanna just pissed. And of course, everybody stops like, wait, what? And then I knew. So I said, she what? And you said it again. And I thought, and I knew, because, Dad, of course, immediately like,
What's it mean?
what? And I said, no, because we don't say that word.
Yeah.
We don't say that. And so I knew you didn't mean what you thought you said. You didn't mean what you said. And I said, wait, now, tell me now, tell me what she did. And she says, she pissed. She went, pissed, pissed, pissed. Oh, we call that hiss. That's what we say.
There's an H. The P is silent.
And I know. But then you still argued, no, Mom, she didn't hiss. She went pissed.
God. Trying to get the cat in trouble, okay?
Yes, it's spelled P-S-S-S-S-T. So anyways,
I come by naturally.
Yes, you do. And the other thing coming by naturally, speaking of this, I can't think of the gal's name, Patty maybe. Somebody had a comment on there, and I agreed with her. She was 100% right. Totally own it. Total DNA. And she said, oh my gosh, why are you two so loud?
Sorry. I know. Yeah.
She says, you know, you guys talk normal, and then all of a sudden you get super loud. And she says, I want to watch you, but
oh my gosh,
it hurts my ears. We know that. We know. And we have mentioned this before, that that's why people don't like to go to the movies with us.
Yeah.
There is no, and it is truly a DNA thing. Even in church, you know, we used to get, Roseanne and I had to get separated. You know, we could not sit next to each other. And even then, it's like I'd hear her and, you know, you couldn't, there isn't a,
right.
It's not.
And I totally get it. There's movies that I have watched that the volume changes like every time they have to cut a scene.
Yeah.
That, I don't know if the mic is closer, if they are like us, they just can't help it when it's a good time. You have to like turn it down. I get it.
I get it.
Unfortunately, Harper, who is only 6, has it too. All of a sudden, we're walking. All of a sudden, Mom, did you talk about? Like, whoa. We don't have to. I'm right here. We're just walking. She come. Yeah.
I know.
Harper's like that.
Volume. It
Volume
absolutely is a DNA thing. And it's funny too, because I think, and this has been a lifelong, I mean, I'm 60 years old. It is a lifelong thing. When I was a kid growing up, my 2 best friends, one was Kim, Asian family. Mm-hmm. Very, very quiet. And when we went over there for dinner, I always was so uncomfortable because I felt like I had to be quiet. And, you know, and then when you start laughing, you kind of go, and you try to stop, you know, because you felt like you couldn't be loud. And then my other
Rattle
friend.
the china.
Yes. Yes. Super quiet people. And then my other friend was Italian. They were my people. I mean, they were loud and everybody was, and I was so comfortable there because I didn't have to worry about, because I've always worried. I know that I'm loud, and everybody, our house was always loud. Your whole house is loud. It's just a DNA thing. So we own that, and I do feel bad. I am not sure how to fix it, because the other thing that happens with me is that another DNA thing is we talk very, very fast. And so I have to concentrate on talking slowly. If I have to concentrate on talking slowly and quietly,
nothing's coming out.
Nothing's coming out.
I remember when we first brought Wyatt home from the hospital. So we're all sitting in the living room and just hanging out, and he's fine. He's kind of awake and he's meeting everybody, and only, again, a couple days older. And then he's getting like super fussy. And it's like, well, this is weird. Like, he was totally fine in the hospital. I mean, I know I'm tired, but that's weird. So I go in to the nursery, and maybe he's hungry. So I nurse him, and no, didn't really want to do that. So I brought him back out and super fussy and crying. And I go back and it's like, I don't understand, Mom. And we go out there, it's fine. She's like, oh my gosh, we're too loud. He doesn't understand that. I don't know. And for those little baby ears. So, yeah, so you're going to have to turn it down a couple notches, guys.
Yeah, turn down.
And then
not talk so loud.
Because I don't want to not hold the baby, so either.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very loud. We're loud people, loud family, always have been. And so
my kids, though, sleep like rocks.
They do.
Under any circumstance.
Yeah.
The other day, I was moving a chair from the living room all the way back to our bedroom because Rob doesn't want it in our bedroom.
But he's gone.
I was at home.
That's when you take the house.
Take off my bedroom door.
That's when you get new curtains.
Yeah. So, and they're in bed because they would love to help me, but I would love them not to help me. So I do it at bed. But oh my gosh, I was so nervous because I kept hitting every and I hit everyone's doors. Like, well, thank goodness I got all of them. You know, just checking. And it's like, and they slept through everything. It didn't matter. The dogs barking, me going in and outside. Didn't matter. The screw gun to get my door off because I was trapped in my bedroom because the door was between me and the hallway. And nope, they were totally fine. I was just lucky there was a screwdriver in our bedroom. Otherwise, I don't know what was going to happen. I have to roll it back down to get out. But yeah, due to us being so loud, our kids sleep like rocks, man. There's no sign of, please be quiet, the baby's sleeping. No, it's fine. Just whatever you need to do. And Macy has the worst room in the house because she's right off of the kitchen, also the laundry room where the doggy door and all that is. So the dog's in and out, in and out, in and out. Nope, doesn't phase her one bit.
And I think
and
it's
right
why
next to like the
she's
front
so
door.
loud.
It could be.
She is all of the kids
Being
are
a
loud.
third child, she is definitely a phenomenon. I've always heard, the third child, they're going to be so quiet and so just sweet. No, this one's rowdy and sometimes mean and verbally abusive and
She's not
loud. No, she's good. She's going to
tell
you.
everybody to get out.
Yeah. She tells everybody to get out or that she wants out or
Come with me.
Come with me. Yeah. No, she's just bossy.
Yeah. So anyway, we're loud, and it is true. And because I think in the comment, I think she said something like, "Don't you have microphones?" It's like, we don't have mics.
You don't want that.
You don't want that. And
that's not going to regulate us any better.
No. And it's the same thing even like when we're doing retreats. Oh, we don't use a mic. And I always say, I know you can hear me. Or, and I've never needed a mic for anything. But anyways, so let's see. What else? So wait, let's talk about this though with Robert being gone. So Robert's gone. He's on his big hunt.
Yes.
And what other big plans? Because he's gone for like 2 weeks.
Well, he'll be back Friday, unfortunately. Friday, sometime midday. My weekend is dwindling. And I'm so tired.
I mean, we love our husbands, right? But
I
it's kind of
get
nice
so
when they're
much
gone
done.
because it's, aren't you going to sit and visit with me? No, I have stuff to do. TikTok.
I know. So no, I was planning on also kind of.
It's early though. Why are they coming home so early?
It's not necessarily early because their hunts end today or tomorrow. I don't know if tonight is their last
They're on a
hunt.
guided hunt.
They're on a guided hunt, so I don't know if tonight is their last hunt or Thursday morning. No, it must be tonight.
And then they were just going to hang out and do guy things.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, Robert and his dad
means what,
already.
the bar.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if there's much. They're just outside of Gillette, Wyoming, is where they're at. But yeah, so they already have theirs, so they're doing whatever they want to today. My guess is they're probably out wandering around and maybe they can go buy a bird tag and bring home a turkey. I have no idea what they're going to do. But then they're just taking 2 days to get home, so.
That's nice.
They took longer going down so they could see, Christina, Robert's older sister, and the kids, so they were able to do that, and, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
So do you have any painting or other things you need to get done? You need to call in the girls to come and help you before you
Not yet. I was going to paint, and then I decided not to because our wall color is kind of weird. It has like a red tint to it. So the color I want to paint it, I think I'd have to paint the whole room, and I'm really not up for that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And especially not this time of year where we can't really have the windows
Open the window. Yeah. I really want to go through the closet and rearrange that, but I don't know if I'm going to have time for that.
That's kind of a snowstorm thing to do.
Right? Right.
Or a book you can't put down. I mean, a book. And the weather thing, it's kind of funny because I feel kind of bad. I don't know if you've noticed the comments from like Valerie Lang and Ginger Burkhouse, our friends from Phoenix. They have it's like 110 and higher
I can't believe
for
it's
the last
so
couple
hot
of
down
weeks.
there.
So they've been saying, I can't believe you're in long sleeves. Here, it's been cold. What was it, Saturday morning? Maybe it was 38.
Yeah. It's really cold.
Which now I think this week is not going to get below 45. We had a quick little dip, but
now we just have a whole lot of heavy dew.
and now we're in the 70s. Yeah. And our problem here, not problem, but is the flies. This time of year,
sticky.
the great big Hurricane sticky flies come in
Not
and
quite dead
bug us to death. But that's still nothing to complain about, to complain about. Because one other thing we kind of wanted to mention, and we talked about this last week a little bit, we talked about Asheville, and our philosophy has always been that we think people need a break from their lives a little bit. And so when we sit down every Wednesday morning for about an hour, we like to just laugh, visit, talk about what we're thankful for, and, escape from the rest of the stuff a little bit. So we tend to, there's a lot of war and natural disaster and a lot of stuff that goes on. And we tend to, I'm not going to say we ignore it, but we don't, we think that there's enough news, but we want to talk about a couple things with that. We have a bunch of friends that are down there, and there's stuff going on everywhere. My gosh, now there's another Hurricane Milton.
I know, coming right up
which
the back.
Probably by the time you guys watch this, he's probably already been through. And I don't know, there's always something. But when people have specifically asked us if we will help, then we want to put that call out and kind of let you know. And so we have quite a few friends down there, and a couple things I was going to mention. And one is that, like Alice, and, and I think this is just the mentality of people that are, spiritual, and I think people that are around that kind of thing all the time. Major roof damage, no power, no cell service, no refrigerator, nothing like that. But she said, so thankful, blessed. And I think that whole different thing of not upset, oh my gosh, my roof is torn off and I've got no power, haven't had power, just feeling nothing but blessings and relief that's all that ended up. And we heard that from a bunch of people. And then our friend Jen Oates, she lives over in Raleigh, Richmond. Where does Jen live?
Richmond? I think that sounds right.
Anyway, what she said to me, we talked on the phone for quite a while the other day. She said that because they deal with hurricanes all the time, because they come in because they are coastal, where they go is Asheville. That's where they go.
Oh, that's their evacuation point.
Because it's up in the mountains. So they go up there. So that's why nobody left. So she said when the hurricane came through, it was as wide as the width of the state.
Dang.
And so it hit everything. Chills. I know. And so they, in Asheville and those mountainous areas up there, they're not used to hurricanes. It's like,
wind and rain.
And rain. We're protected by trees.
Massive
flooding. It took out massive flooding. They didn't leave. And so when their homes were washed away, they were in their homes. Mm-hmm. And that's why there's so many people that are lost. And all of the roads were washed away. Not just the roads, but the under.
Right.
I mean, they're not going to be rebuilt anytime soon. And so that's part of the other problem is certainly nobody has their power back on. Nobody has any kind of cell service. And it's difficult to get to them. Mm-hmm. So the way that they're getting to them is they're doing helicopter drops, and other people with horses and packed mules are getting in. But they are still in search and rescue mode, let alone how to get food up to them and get stuff up to them. And get them out for medical treatment. So it's just pretty devastating. And so we have 3 different places, and we'll have maybe Anna can work her magic and put it up here. But we have 3 different people groups
behind your column
that we want to share with you. So one, Marilyn Willow is a local quilter. She is a retired teacher. She lives out in Soap Lake near us, and her brother-in-law, son-in-law, cousin,
friend,
a family member,
someone close that they usually go down and visit. I just couldn't remember how the relation happened.
Yeah, it is her, whoever it is, relation is the pastor of the Redeemer Anglican Church in Asheville. So we're going to share their website. They have a website, and they have and they are acting as a
relief center.
Mm-hmm. The church still does not have power, doesn't have running water, none of that, but they are helping the thousands of families that are displaced and in need of things. So they do have a donate now button. I know that there's a lot of volunteers and people from neighboring states that are coming in and bringing clothes and blankets and that kind of thing. But we've had that kind of tragedy up here before. Yeah. And pretty soon people say, well, wait. We don't have homes, so we don't need as much of this stuff as we need food, things
or hygiene,
a place to, money to be able to pay for a hotel, or whatever. Yeah. So the cash donations, gift cards, those kinds of things are really good things to have. So anyway, they have a donate now button where you can do that, or you can send things to
them. And that donation goes directly to the church.
So directly to the church.
so that the church can get the product they need for somebody, whether it's a baby who needs a specific kind of formula that's not being donated, or a special, you never know. I mean, allergies are everywhere, and sometimes you're thinking when you're donating things, you don't think about,
think about all of the diabetics, their insulin has to be refrigerated. All of that ice, how you make an ice if you don't have electricity. Right. I mean, there's so much that it's horrifying really to think about. But so that is one. The second one is these guys. So this is the First Baptist Church in Connolly Springs, North Carolina. This was sent by Christy Snyder, and she said that it's a church west of Hickory, and they are working specifically with North Carolina Baptist Disaster Relief. And Christy is friends with the pastor and his wife. They've been friends for over 20 years, and she said that all of those people have just lost absolutely everything. So same thing, they would take blankets, quilts. It's turning cold soon, and so we'll do the same thing. We'll put in the church's website and the mailing address for that church. Mm-hmm. And then the third place is there is a business. So this is a little quilt shop, and this is a friend of Jennifer Oates. So a little quilt shop, and same thing. They lost everything. So their home and the quilt shop. There's pictures. She sent me pictures. I'm assuming these pictures might be also on their website, but of the devastation. And so everything is kind of outside and, trying to figure out. I think that's the other thing that you look at is the big pile of stuff and what can you save and what can't you save. And
right.
I don't know. I think fabric. I don't know how you're I don't know. Anyway, so what they're doing is they are also focusing on helping their community. So they are collecting quilts.
Like us, if something's not happening, you're just going to give it all away.
Yeah, give it all away
at this point.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so that's what they're doing, and they're raising money. They don't have a lot of tangible stuff, but she is a pattern designer. And so she is, the only way that she has to raise money right now is to sell the digital patterns. So we'll share her website, and I looked at cute patterns, really cute patterns. And it's a husband and wife, little quilt shop, young couple. The quilt shop is called Lo and Behold Stitchery. And cute. I didn't print off enough of the information, but we'll share it. But it was like a 8-page email with all of the pictures and the stuff that they're doing. And
I know a lot of the churches are really showing up to help however they need, whether you are part of their congregation or not. So if you do know a local church, if you were from there, contact your previous church, and they are in it. And they are the best ones to know what they're needing right in that area. If there's a certain family in need, if you want to sponsor a family, I would talk to a church. And if you need help contacting other people, we have, a group of people in our quilting community that we can get a hold of. So you can, if you want to try to do something different, and we can get you in touch with someone who can help you figure out how to sponsor a family or whatever you want.
We're sending 4 quilts today to Marilyn's church in Asheville.
And you can send, if you want to, you can send your quilts here to us, and then Marilyn will come and get them and send them on their way. Or again, Anna has put all of the information for those churches, and you can send them directly there.
And I think too that local churches, I think that's always kind of a nice thing because of that idea of, my house was right over there and now I'm here.
Yeah.
I think it does make sense that this community helps these people, this community helps their people. And I would think too that, they would help, maybe there's some way that they can help neighboring communities. But I think with communication lines down and roads down and, I don't know. And I think too that those of us on the opposite side of the country that are blessed with good weather and no rain and no natural disasters, we can send stuff down there. Yeah. It makes sense to us. So anyway. That's right. So we'll keep, we'll keep them in our prayers, and I hope that Milton.
I hope he is nice.
Doggone it. It's just, and the other thing too that I was just going to mention is that I think,
I don't know who she's calling
hear
her.
her?
Yeah.
She's just in there being loud.
Yeah.
It's
Just
like
being
being
loud.
Not doing anything. Just playing loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was how we used to sing, too.
Yes. Louder the better.
Belt it out.
Louder the better.
Loud and proud for everyone.
There you go. Yes.
Yes. So I wanted to mention one other thing, and I think that a lot of it too is that right now I think it is kind of hard. There is a lot of stuff going on. I mean, the news is pretty rough between the natural disasters and things with our friends, and politics right now is, and there's just a lot, and the stuff going on, potential World War
Outside of the
III,
country.
and, just so much to worry about. And that's why for me, we do watch the news at night. We watch about 15 to 20 minutes. We kind of do the highlights, just, to kind of stay informed. But the idea of sitting there and watching it for an hour and watching video reel after video reel of it, my heart can't take it. I can't deal with that kind of stuff. And so I'll do what I can do. But for me, I think that I need to take care of my mental health, And so I just wanted to mention that for a little bit, because I think for the people that are, near there, or, near Milton, or, whatever else comes your way, I think that there's just a couple things that I just wanted to mention that I tend to do that I think is helpful. And the number one thing is what even our friends say, which is to be thankful. Yeah. Find something to be grateful for. And there is an exercise, it's the gratitude journal, but it's that idea of looking for, they ask you to start with 10 things. Find 10 things today in your life to be thankful for. And then if that was too easy, make it 15. If that was too easy, make it 20. And if you do that every day and you write it down, this is what I'm thankful for. What happens is it resets your chemistry just a little bit, that you then start to look for those things.
Right.
You're looking for that to write down, and then now automatically, and I feel like that's what I do. I feel like it's really easy for me to be thankful for the littlest things. Ooh, the light turned green before I got there, little things, just to find that little thing to be grateful for, to keep you there, in that frame of mind, which is a nice thing. Mm-hmm. The other thing is to create joy. Right. And whatever that is in your life, we happen to have a little one.
Yes.
That we can go sit with and have a little snack with and play with a little bit and just do nothing but giggle. And that's helpful. Or maybe it's take a walk. Some people like to take a walk for exercise, and others like more of a stroll. Sometimes Tracy and I will go for a walk and we forget, and we'll be power walking, and all of a sudden, pretty soon it's more of a, looking at the flowers. Equally good. Yes. Whichever, it might be a physical thing, or it might be a creating joy thing. Doesn't matter. And for me too, and maybe for a lot of you guys, it's sewing. It's just finding that opportunity to be in your sewing room for just a little bit every day. And maybe all you're going to do is organize a little bit, or restack a little bit, or look through a quilt book, or maybe you'll actually have time to sew or stitch on a binding or whatever. I've mentioned this before, that for me, I keep my sewing room stitch ready. Some people, when they're done, they'll pull everything up, stack everything up, put it away until they have time to come in there again. I don't. I keep my fabric right sides together under the presser foot, ready to go, so that, I know what I was doing. I was making these 4 patches. And so then I can sit down and start sewing right away. So creating joy in whatever that is, whatever that looks like to you. And then the third thing is to take care of yourself. I think that I am a comfort eater. I'm a stress eater. I'm a bored eater. I am the badonkadonk trifecta. Like, dang it. Whatever's going on, chips will be your friend. That is not true, though. That is not true, because every time I do that comfort eating or stress eating,
you don't feel any better.
I feel terrible. I got a tummy ache, or I'm just, you feel that, Yeah. And so I think that for me, making the right decisions about eating, and then hydration, super, super important. And the quality of your hydration. Stay away from that pop. If you are a white woman, carbonation is not your friend.
I'm so glad I don't like bubbles.
Oh, me too. I don't like bubbles either. And I'm
glad I
super good because white Caucasian women are predisposed to osteoporosis. And phosphorus, all of the carbonation is also will deteriorate your bones even faster. So you should not be drinking pop. None of that stuff. Water. And movement. So hydration, quality of your calories, and movement. Tracy does yoga every single morning.
I know. We used to do it here at the shop, and
We did.
We should probably do it again. I've always felt really good.
We need to do it up in the boutique room where it's so sunny.
Yeah.
I love it. I have
We
been
use
doing...
Brittany's room. Hers is always clean, and she's got big floor space. Brittany, we're going to borrow this for an hour.
way
in the morning.
cleaner than We are not. We got boxes everywhere.
No.
Yeah. I've been doing wall Pilates. Did I tell you that?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I've been doing that.
Do that.
Gosh, what was really funny was the first time that I did it. Oh my gosh, I was exhausted. I thought, why am I sore? It was like nothing. But I think just doing...
you don't realize you don't use.
I know. I think that's it. And so it's really nice. It's a little app. I'll show it to you. It's really good. And it's like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes every morning. You just do a little bit of it. So
I don't know if I can do it in the morning because I can't get my butt up.
Oh,
but
yeah, maybe not.
I could do it like after school or for
do it with
dinner.
the kids. They might like it.
Yeah. The kids might enjoy it.
I do it in the morning.
Might turn into a dance party though.
Yeah. I do it in the morning because that's when I'm home alone. I would never do it in front of Pop.
Yeah, I don't mean that.
I would just be
Robert
mocked.
just make fun of me. Oh, come on,
What are you doing
here? That's not how you do
You're
it.
supposed to bend your knees.
Yeah, they would know how to do it.
Our supportive men that are in our lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I got, oh my gosh, Monday night, there was this book. I haven't talked about a book for a long time since I talked about Project Hail Mary. If you haven't read that, oh my gosh. Read
Still
that
on my
book.
mind.
I think about that book every day. Cool. The people in the book, you get so attached that, you wonder how they're doing.
Yeah, I know how that is.
It's so weird. No, but I have a new book now that's like that I, oh my gosh, I was so invested. So here's what happened. It's been a long time since I've talked about a book, so bear with me for just a couple of minutes. I have to tell you about this book. So first what happened was I had found a Frida McFadden book that I hadn't read. I love Frida McFadden. I just like she always has a strong female lead and there's always a murder, always starts with a murder, always. And then she jacks you around a little bit, and then there's always something at the end that you didn't see coming. I've always liked her. There was a book that I had not heard of before, and it was called The Wife Upstairs. Horrible book. Horrible. I only kept reading it. I didn't like it from the very beginning.
Only because it was her?
Only because it was her. It's like, well, I'm committed to her. I like her. Out of loyalty, I will finish it. Well,
When was it published?
I don't know.
Is it
I should have looked. It was kind of a phone it in book. I don't know what was going on, but I didn't like a single person in that book. There was 2 women, kind of lead characters. Both of them were stupid and mean, and the men were horrible, and the plot was predictable, and I don't even know what happened. But anyway, The Wife Upstairs, don't bother. But so I was a little discouraged because I felt like, that was 9 hours. I'm never going to get back. And so what happens is almost all of the books that I have time to read are on Audible. Or what's the other one? Or the library. No, that's Audible. Libby. And so I'll put in whenever somebody recommends, it's like, oh, that does sound good. I'll put that on my queue, and so it might be 6 weeks from now or 2 months from now before I get it, or it might be the next day. So my queue is always really, really weird, and there isn't any order. But usually I might have 2 or 3 to pick from. So I had this one that somebody had requested or had suggested for book club, maybe a month or so ago. I think it was in my queue for a long time, or on my list. And it was called All the Colors of the Dark. And so it kind of popped up, but it was 17 hours.
It's a long one.
And it was 269 chapters.
Oofdas.
I know. So I thought, So anyway, I was ready for something. I just wanted to cleanse my palate after the, Frida McFadden debacle. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna start this one because last week I had a bunch of driving that we were doing, tons and tons of driving, and then some work outside where I was going to be raking and pulling weeds. So I thought, oh, this would be perfect for a 17-hour, thing. So good. Oh. Such a good book. In fact, what happened was I couldn't quite get it done. And so Sunday night or Monday night, it was cold and I'm too cheap to turn on the heater. I didn't want to turn the heater on yet, but, and Pa wanted to watch I think he was still watching icky news stuff. And I think he wanted to watch an episode of the Menendez brothers. Do you know who they are?
No.
Oh, you don't want to know. They're just these brothers that killed
crime documentaries. Yeah, no.
They were real people and they killed their parents. And anyway, icky. It's like 8 episodes or something. And I don't want to know anything about those people. I don't want to.
I like true crime, but I have to be in the mood for it.
Yeah.
And definitely not Home Alone. I can pretty much do whatever myself and go out to the shop or whatever, but I don't have a dog that will protect me or anything. I don't have dogs that bark if someone comes to my door. So I tend not to psych myself out when I'm home alone.
I know. And Pa can never figure it out. It's like, well, but you like books like that. And I do. I like thriller books. I like a book where it starts with a murder before you're like, invested into the person.
But that's a fictional character.
It's a fictional
it's really
character.
Not Bob from down the road.
And then it's to try to decide and not be fooled as to who did it.
Yeah.
And you always learn something along the way. And I love it if I don't figure it out. Mm-hmm. I like that. That's not true crime on TV.
Right.
True crime on TV is, oh my gosh, it's always there's kids involved and, mothers that were crying and neighbors that always knew something was going on. And, I don't want to know about the people that live next door and what they're doing. I want fictional stuff.
Yes.
So
from a city far, far away.
Right. Right. So anyway, so Sunday night, maybe, I think it was Sunday night, he was watching his stuff. And so I said, well, I'm cold anyway. I don't want to watch this. I'm going to go in to bed, curl up under the covers, because I had just put on the flannel. That's how cold it's been here. Put on the flannel sheets.
Yeah.
I'm going to go test out the flannel sheets and read my book. Mm-hmm. And he says, oh, okay, that sounds fine. So it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours later. He comes in and I'm laying there and my eyes, I'm like,
oh, creepy.
He walks in and he says, what are you doing? Reading.
Can't you see?
And then I reach up and I click, what? And he says, well, what are you, I thought you were reading a book. I am.
I'm listening to it.
He says, that's not reading. Yes, it is. I said, well, I don't want to say I'm audibling. I'm reading my book. And I said, and get out. I got like 10 minutes left.
Leave me alone.
I know. So I finished it, but it was really, really good. Really. So I'm just going to mention, and it's funny because when you read a good book, you can't really talk about it because you don't want to ruin it for somebody else. Because so I'll text like Lori, read this book, or somebody that
your book buddy,
chat about it afterwards. Yeah. Because it's one of those books that I would have loved to have read this book in like English lit, where we read a chapter together and talk about it. Read a chapter together. Well, okay, in this case, maybe 10 chapters and then talk about it. But it was just such an interesting storyline because everything, it's like, I would have never went there. It's like, wait, what happened? Wait, you did what? And the whole thing just kept twisting. And it was just I loved every single person in the book. Every single person I loved and was invested in what was going to happen and worried about them because it was bad decision after bad decision. And it was interesting because what I would say about it is that it's all about love. It's just these people that unconditionally loved other people, but it was, she loved him and he loved her and she loved him. And it was just this interesting, just an interesting story about love and the power of love and love over generations. It was generational. You really followed these people through their lives. And anyway, it's a book also that I'm going to think about these people for a very, very long time. But what was the, cool. I'll tell you that, maybe Anna can put it, she'll put the picture. She probably already has done that for you. All the colors of the dark. And anyway, I really, really liked it. I'm going to do one little warning, though. There's one character in there who I really, really liked, but his favorite word was the C word. Oh, he said it a lot. And so I didn't really care for that. But after a while, you get a little desensitized to it because it was like his favorite word. Other than that, there wasn't anything else in there that was, that was terrible. It was a lovely book that 5 stars. I'll bet, and I think about those a lot. It's like, well, how does it compare to, and I think in all-time books, it's probably in my top 5. I mean, I just couldn't put it down.
Good. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Good problem to have.
Yeah. And I know that I think a lot of our people are readers, and I think that that's why we started our book club, about a year ago?
Probably. Close.
And is that coming up this Monday?
Yes.
Monday at 11. We do a live book review, and we're reviewing
Addie LaRue, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue,
which was such a good book. Weird. Oh, kind of a whole weird. I worried a little bit because of the plot and what the storyline was about. But the people that have emailed, and I've printed them off, that aren't going to be able to join us for book club, so far everybody has given it 5 stars.
Ooh.
So far, everybody.
I've got to get into it. I might have to restart it.
I know. Getting into it, it was a
slow start. I feel like I'm at the good part, though. I've finally made it to Henry.
Oh, okay, good.
Because I feel like now that I know all of that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I finally found where we're at.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's going to get a little easier to listen to.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. It's also funny that when you listen to, because you do the same thing, you do Audible books, because we do not have time in our lives to sit with a book.
And I'm in time crunch the last 2 weeks, so things have been being checked off.
Right. But I find that when the production matters, because sometimes when it's one person reading it and doing a couple of different voices, I get so lost. It's like, wait, who is talking? Who is saying that? And even, doing the voice of the man. I don't like that at all. Spend that couple extra dollars, whatever it is, and have 5 people reading the book.
Right. I love a casted
I do
book.
too.
Huge difference. Yes. And it's way different. I love a casted book.
I totally agree.
I would rather, if I had 2 books to choose from and noticed, there are 2 readers versus what, I will always pick the 2 reader.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about, so the other thing that we keep talking about, because it's super important to us, is our breast cancer auction. So we're doing our bra auction on October 26th. And I think that today, all day, we are working on the website. Anna has been taking pictures. Yeah. We're going to change that up a little bit. We'll have a countdown thing. We'll have a little video on there. So check back maybe later today or tomorrow, because then we're going to be doing a bunch of Facebook posts and other. And if you're telling even your guild or other friends, just share that page, share our website and that page that tells all of the information about it. Because what we keep telling people is that it's the best way to buy a quilt.
There's so many quilts, guys, and so pretty, and so many different arrangements.
So it's really nice, because I think that sometimes you go to those, fundraisers and it's all about donate, which makes a lot of sense to me. Those are things that, we need to do. But in this case, we have such generous creators that it's not just about donating. It's knowing that all of that money, 100% of that money, goes to our breast cancer battlers and survivors, but you get something for it. So so for that $300 donation, you're getting a quilt, or that $500 donation, or $100.
We need
whatever
some
it is.
shoppers.
We need some shoppers.
Yes.
We need shoppers. So start sharing the information.
I will also have a poster linked in the description below. So if you want to print something off, put it on a yard sale bulletin board, pin it up on a bulletin board at the grocery store, at church, send it out to your guild, whatever you want. Post it on Facebook for your group of friends. All of those things. There's a really good poster that has times, date, word get it. Because remember that the live auction items will be on sale on Saturday the 26th at 5 p.m. live on YouTube. 48 hours before that, our website will be hopping. Because you can just buy it now and Tracy will ship it out the next day.
Right. So, and that's just because, and we've talked about this before, the idea of having a 24-hour telethon is not in the cards. But, so we will pick the bigger items for auction items, and then a whole bunch of stuff that will just be on the buy now, which will be really good. Yeah. So the other thing that we've been doing is we've been showing you guys lots of things just so you can kind of see them up close and personal, because what you'll see on the website is just a picture. So it'd be really nice if you go, oh gosh, that's the one I was looking for, was that, and you'll kind of know what's in there. And so what we have is the quilt behind us.
Beautiful.
And there will be a big full picture. You have to see this whole thing. And so Anna will have a picture of this. All of these things are going to be pictured on the website, the buy now items and the things that we're live auctioning. So you'll be able to see all of them. But this is a beautiful quilt made by Sally Catlin. Yeah.
A sampler with kind of like a modeled solid. It's really pretty. She doesn't have the size written down on her donation form, but it's probably like 60 by 70?
60 by, 72 maybe. Probably.
A lap quilt, twin size quilt. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
It's really, really
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
She said that she had made it and she finished it. Excuse me, and she was never quite sure what she was going to do with it because it wasn't her colors. Yeah. She's the bright. She's the one who donated
the dragonfly, butterfly.
The dragonfly, butterfly, Laura Heine pattern, bright. Yep. Which is more her colors. But anyway, we're super happy to have it. And then we have a couple of other things in front of us. Some of the smaller things. We'll show some other things tonight also. But this was super fun. So we went and picked up, we like to, we share the Alleviate and the Bug Me Not with our local lavender farm. The Alleviate, I just cannot talk enough about it. It's one of those things that I never, ever, ever run out of. I use it for everything. Sunburn, abrasions. We use it if you burn yourself with the iron.
Yep.
You not only do not get a blister, you do not have a scar.
I keep one in my kitchen just in case.
Yep. I keep them everywhere. And I give them out all the time. Grease. So back in stock. So Alleviate and Bug Me Not. But they have lots of other products.
Yes,
so
they do.
They put together a little gift
basket
for us. So it has
Alleviate, Bug Me Not, a lavender sachet, some essential oils, and some other other parts of their wonderful lavender products.
Because some of the other things that they have is they have a pillow spray, a lavender pillow spray.
I love the pillow spray.
It's so nice. And they have a dog calm. And you just go...
Dog calm is nice. Or like in their ears. Like off
in their
ears.
face.
Put up right here and it'll... Mom waits too long to use it. Mom waits until she's crazy because the fireworks are going. Then she goes... Calm down. It's like, Mom, you know, you know.
She's being punished.
It's July 3rd. You know you need to do it when she wakes up and at night. And it just relaxes her. Yes. It worked really good. So from Trinity Lavender
Farm. Super, super nice.
Awesome.
And then, Lori's. So Lori's came, and it's in a great big huge box. And so maybe I'll show you, maybe I'll get that and we'll put a picture in there.
Awesome.
We'll put a picture of what it is. So Lori put a lot of thought into it. This is our friend from Parker, Colorado, and she loves gardening. And this is one of those tiered like for doing strawberries or
Ooh,
herbs or
yes.
whatever. So it takes up kind of a smaller space if you have a patio, and you can plant all of these things. So she has these on her patio, and she loves them. So she sent one of those, but she also asked them, said, "Hey, I am buying this for this big fundraiser, and would you throw some other stuff in?" So they did. So along with what she bought, which is this thing, planter thing, which is super cool, they added $100 gift certificate because they sell seeds and stuff, and some seed packets, some really nice. I think there's like 6 different things. So it's a really nice, large
That's cool.
packet from Lori and Greenstock.
Greenstock Company, small family owned business in Knoxville, Tennessee. Greenstock. Garden.com.
And a
Awesome.
5-tier planter and spinner.
Ultimate spinner base with wheel kit. So it can be easily moved or rotated.
It's super nice.
Wow.
Super, super nice. Yeah. Super, super nice.
Fancy.
Thank you, Lori. And then I didn't see these. These are just brought back here by.
Oh, but Tracy did these.
Tracy she likes to steal boxes, so she'll open them and then she puts them in so she can send out the thank you card, and then she puts it back in.
And she's off this week, and I think she's also nervous that I'm going to mess up her good thing.
It's not possible.
It's extremely possible. Yeah. She's not going to be able to read my handwriting. That too, it's a possibility.
Mary Flint.
Oh,
Mary Flint. She's from Moses Lake.
Yes,
She's
she
a
is.
local person. So she did some cosmetic bags.
Cute.
So, I see there's 5 total. 8.5 by 9, 8.5 by 9. Are they all the same size? They are.
I think so.
They're all different colors.
Look how pretty they are. Look at those cute little zippers.
Cute.
Adorable. These are fabulous.
nice.
Mary, thank you.
The inside. Oh.
Completely finished on the inside.
And I love the the touches with the zippers.
Yeah, I love those decorative little
Really, really nice.
Beautiful.
That is nice.
Super nice.
Thank you, Mary. And then this one.
Ooh.
And these are in no particular order. It could be
I have
that
no idea.
we have had something of yours possibly for a week.
There's still a pile over there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no particular order.
Yeah. This is
Michael Flint.
Michael Flint. Oh, okay.
Mary's
Awesome. I was
husband?
like, maybe. Elm wooden bowl. They are food safe and hand washable. They're 4x7. They're all a couple different sizes. Ooh, they smell so good. There's a Russian olive wooden bowl.
Did he?
Oh, they must be in. I'm sure they did. He
They're
did.
stamped on the bottom.
Really?
Did he do the hand turning? Elm.
Yeah, Flint.
He did it.
He does.
Flint, 2024. This one is, gosh. This one
love
is
good wood.
elm.
Elm wood. He's 4x7. This is Russian olive.
Oh my God.
3.5x8. Gorgeous. Again, food safe and hand washable.
This one
I
is,
can tell you. Boom.
tell me.
I don't know. It just said wood bowl.
I think this one is Russian olive.
I don't know. No, this one says Russian olive on it.
Oh.
I love that one. It has
This is beautiful.
all those little bites and nicks and
Yeah.
little chewy bits. I love that. God, that is really,
And
really
this is
cool.
so lightweight.
Oh yeah, and that's 2x8. That's right. Yeah. Oh. And a platter. This one's 2x11. But look, he did a wolf on the back. Look how pretty that is.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow, he's really talented. We'll have to
These are
separate these all out so
beautiful.
one person doesn't get all of them.
Right? We have to share, ladies and gents.
Sure. We'll put these out.
This
Wow.
is amazing.
Michael, that's fantastic.
Yeah, beautiful work.
And I hear we have some pottery coming also.
I've heard that too. I haven't seen it. I mean, does it mean that it's not over there?
It's
because
here
Tracy
somewhere.
already,
Yeah.
did
But,
whatever she needed to.
Michael and Mary, thank you.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Gosh, how fun.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I don't have a favorite.
I don't either. Love them all. I love
whichever one I can afford to bid on.
I love the wood on this.
I know.
How the grain goes. It's really cool.
What I love about this one is that we tell these stories up in the woods, you know. I think we've probably talked about this before too, but we have this cabin up in the woods and we go up there in the summer and play. And the kids are up there all the time when they were little because that was where we would go for the summer, is go up there. And we fixed up an old cabin and then built a couple more, but it's a really nice little family compound area. But anyway, forested area, and so you can always find sticks that have fallen down, and of course underneath the bark you see all of the little trails from the bugs, right?
They are Indian hieroglyphs.
So we started years ago, you know, one of the kids brought 30 years ago, because I think it was one of you guys that started it, brought a little stick and said, what is this? And of course, me being, you know, magical,
Mom.
I said that the Indians that used to live on this property would carve their little stories, and they would write their little stories
And hide treasures.
And hide treasures. And most of them were treasure maps. And so they'd say, oh, can you read it? Well, yes. Yes, I can. And so then
It kept us busy.
read the story and then...
And I feel bad.
It says it's 10 paces from the large tree. Find the large tree that's burnt on one side.
And off they go. We are off. And sadly, I think it was last year, Eliza finally realized
it
wasn't true.
But she believed it until 10.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like the Santa thing, you know?
Yeah.
But she would bring it because then they'd find a story and it's like, oh, I don't know, this one, it got cut off. I can't quite tell. So, you know, I mean, it kept them busy all day looking for the stories, and then them.
And she'd actually go hide things.
I did.
Old spoon.
I did.
A weird piece of leather. It's like, what?
I would find things, and then I got really good at it because I would find things that looked old, you know, old coins or, you know, dollar bills or pirate money, or I'd find, you know, because for a while there was the story about how the pirates got shipwrecked and made it up to the, which of course,
There's no
Washington State. There's no pirate.
There's a creek that runs right through. There's water. It could happen.
Yeah.
A mouse of pirate.
I don't know. But the pirates wintered over in the mountains, and so they paid they hid their loot. So that was a whole summer of stories, was pirate stories. And then the kids got to where they would see a certain, oh, that's the pirate ship. I can read this one. Yeah.
Yep. Magical.
It was pretty good. Yeah. But grandkids are getting older now, but but there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, there's still 5.
And Wyatt, it's still his most requested destination.
Is the cabin.
It's a cabin.
It's so peaceful and quiet and magical, really. There's just so many things.
And it's free range. I mean, really. They know they have to stay inside whatever gated area there is, and they can just do whatever. They can go out there and throw rocks in the far corner. They can dig a hole. Nobody cares.
And we can catch, there's a creek that runs about 50 feet from the cabin front door, and there's trout in the creek. You can get a stick, some string, a hook. You have to have a hook.
And find a grasshopper.
And you can catch a fish.
Yep.
And every time. So
and that takes up a good portion of the morning.
Yes.
Have your breakfast and you go grasshopper hunting.
Yep.
And then you go and try to catch lunch.
That's right.
We always do catch and release, unless someone can't release, and then we make the kids.
They're little, brook trout. So.
Yeah. No. And they're pretty smart. Fast. You can just see them looking at you like, I know what that is. You're just drowning a grasshopper.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's pretty fun.
All right. Well, as usual, thanks so much, ladies, and men. Sometimes husbands are forced to sit and watch also. And Ben. Thanks for sitting and hanging out with us. And we just always appreciate the company. And we know that you guys are going to check out the Asheville relief. And maybe there's something else that you know of. Feel free to share.
And
you can share it in the comments and say, hey, if you're close to here, these guys need this. I think the other thing that works out well
comments
Yeah, is gift cards. You know, so many of us earn gift cards from our rewards programs or whatever. I mean, we can mail our gift cards down there, and there's just lots of ways that we can help them. So,
Yeah.
And in the meantime, gear up for helping our 50 recipients on October 26th.
Yes.
So,
All right. We'll see you again tonight at 5.
See you tonight.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.